Yeah, I gotta do the hands. All right. Hey, what is up, guys? John from Magic Tech Review. How you guys doing tonight? And in tonight's video, so T-Mobile, or yeah, Metro PCS by T-Mobile or Metro by T-Mobile has been announced, and there's been 24 hours later, basically, guys. And we're just going to be talking up here about what Cricket Wireless and what Boost Mobile should do, what we think they should do, and we're going to talk about some of the plans that I missed in my latest video. There's a lot of people pointed that right out to me about the $30 plan and the $40 plan apparently that they have. So, and we're just going to chill. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of chilling going on. We got CV Tech on the panel right here. What's going on, CV Tech?
Man, not a whole lot. How's it going, y'all?
And we got Lady Red's Tech Reviews. So a little bit easier to tell now. A little bit easier. So.
Right. What's up, everybody?
So
it's
yeah,
an easy night in Tennessee tonight.
Right. So yeah, I'm chilling. I got my hair down, no hat, no hair tied back, nothing like that. So I'm gonna let everybody in the Discord know that we're here. But yeah, so what's everybody doing tonight?
I'm just sitting in my car. Like usual.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sitting in the car. Damn.
John's tearing the house apart.
Yep, a little bit.
Yeah. Just little John is tearing the house apart. He literally is like trying to find any which way to drop any of his devices into water somehow, and he's just being relentless. So as you guys know, in my studio, my dishes are right next to me, and in my studio, my refrigerator is right here next to me. So yeah, I got a studio / kitchen / everything. But this is Little John's leapfrog. Oh, you don't want me showing everybody your leapfrog? Anyways. So what's going on, people? So what's up? Let's see here. Okay, so we got JJ King in the house. We got Oh My Golly Wow. What's going on? Oh My Golly Wow. What's going on, Brian P?
Tech
What's going
Rants.
on, William? Tech Rants. Okay, go ahead.
Your Tech Rants. William Armstrong, Shay Kennedy, Sean White. What is up, everyone?
Yes.
Andrew Addison. What's up?
And I'm waiting to see one particular person tonight.
Storm Church 92. Oh, got somebody joined in there.
William Armstrong says, I am on fire. Oh, I am fine. Tech Wiz, yeah. So I can't wait to see somebody tonight, because if I see him, I'm definitely gonna put him on blast right here, right now in this live stream. So go ahead. Ooh, I'm waiting for him to come up here. You ever wait like I wish him, you know what I'm saying? Wish an MFer would. You know what I'm saying? You ever say stuff like that? You waiting on somebody, you get, you know what I'm saying, you get your hair, you put your hair down, you take your earrings out, you know what I'm saying? You put that stuff on your face. You ready to, you know what I'm saying? You ready to rumble, man. You got your that's what I feel like right now.
Yes, Boost powered by Sprint incoming. Actually, like I mentioned, I think it was last night. If you look at the back of the box on Boost Mobile, it already says powered by Sprint network. They just don't say it. Which honestly, I hope they don't change it to like Boost by Sprint or something like that. That would just be, I don't know. I got a feeling that Boost Mobile will answer them somehow. Now, Cricket might take a year or two, but it might, they might answer it. I don't know.
So, you know what I found out? Sprint prepaid is no longer Sprint prepaid. It's Sprint forward.
Oh, okay. Sprint forward.
But it's only sold in stores. There's no information online about it.
What's up, Jesse Dominguez? What's up, Javon Sims? Tech Wiz. I was just shouting people out.
Absolutely, man. Boost manhandled by Sprint. I like that one. Yeah. So, Magic Blonde review. So, you guys think I should go blonde for $22K? I mean, I might go blonde for something for like, for like $100K. Get me to $100K. I'll change my hair color. But 22, nah, bro.
I'm with Jesse Dominguez. Do some green.
Yeah, green would be cool. So just so everybody knows, you know what I'm saying, I'm not an employee of Cricket Wireless, because there's people asking and trying to be snitches or whatever about something about Cricket and all this other stuff. And apparently I'm on their minds so much that they need to go to their little bosses and try to get me, try to give information out about me, man. I got eyes everywhere, guys. You know what I'm saying? We got the MTR ninjas, and they're always in the house, and they're always giving me information. Thank you guys for all of you that send me the information, send me screenshots. I love it. Send me information, guys. If you have something that's important to me, my channel, my family, please don't keep the secret. Let me know. But yeah, apparently there's an employee in Cricket that thinks I'm an employee of Cricket and is trying to get me fired because I'm giving out information. Like, come on, dude. Chill out, man.
Yep. They ain't a dead gum thing they can do about it.
Yep. And MTR Ninja basically is informant, somebody that's sending me information.
Oh my God. Jose Perez said, if you go blonde, you'll be the budget I Justine.
Oh my God. Oh my God, dude.
CV, yours is open as well.
Yeah, mine's always open.
Yep.
Put the links. I'm gonna put the link right now.
I gotta actually find my link. So I'll be gone for a minute here.
Who's informing? Who's informing? They don't watch the channel. They don't watch the channel because they don't even know. If they watch my channel like that, they would know that I'm not a Cricket Wireless employee. But they
Let
watch
me tell you who's not informed. If you haven't visited millhustles.com and picked up a Magic Tech Review or CV Tech t-shirt, you are very ill-informed.
There you go. There you go. That's what's up.
What's up?
Oh no, I forgot my password.
Damn, man. I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting for that one person to join so I can ban his ass. Yeah. He's gonna be instantly banned. I'm gonna call his ass out, and then he's gonna get banned. I'm waiting. Where are you at? You check your email, MTR. What's the email? Oh, I got some information. Speaking of which.
What we got?
Okay, hold on. Let me read this. But I do have some information from an MTR Ninja. So thank you there, sir or ma'am, or whatever you know what I'm saying. You don't know what it is, who it is. Let's see here. God.
Kenneth Marlin says you need a haircut.
Excuse me?
That's what he said. MTR needs to cut his hair off. Kenneth Marlin, no, that is where he gets his power.
Yes. I'm like, what's that guy? Samson. Yeah. Yes. Or like Nicole, Fabio.
You're Delilah.
Yeah, and plus, guys, I'm getting this from 4chan. I'm getting this stuff from all over the internet, guys. It's all over. Once a company sends out this information to the employees, trust me, it gets everywhere. Nothing is a secret on the internet anymore. So, yeah, I can say whatever the flip I want to say.
That's right. You can speak for it. Nobody else can.
MTR should grow out his beard. What, even more? Oh, like yeah, I should. I'll try. I'll see what's up. No hustle.
I have I'm looking at my old YouTube dashboard on YouTube Studio on one of my older phones, and it's when I had 168 subscribers.
Way back in those days.
Way back in the day.
Kenneth and Mr. Marlin here says Mill Hustles needs to grow some hair out. No, bald men are very sexy.
Thank you.
I don't know nothing about that bald, man. You know what I'm saying? You need a little bit, bro. I got you.
Fixing to shave. I'm fixing to shave my head very, very soon.
Uh-oh. God bless KFC. Okay.
I will not be shaving my head, just so y'all know. I don't care if I grow to 1,000 subscribers tonight. I will not be cutting or shaving my head.
What if you got to 1 million subscribers tonight?
Well, we might have to visit the scissors.
Yeah, like 1 million, that's something else.
Would you shave your head for 1 million subs, John?
I would.
Oh, yeah. Shit. I'm about to say, somebody send me a $500 super chat right now. It's gone. Oh, shit, I shouldn't say that. Somebody might do that shit for real. I'll be in trouble.
I'm a little preoccupied at the time, so I'll be back with y'all talking in a minute. I'm just trying to look at something here.
Okay.
I'm still here though.
I don't have 1,000 subscribers, but I definitely have thousands of loyal customers. Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's right, Block Shaker. That's where it's at.
Tell them all to subscribe to my channel.
Who's ready for No Shave November? Obviously.
Oh, I'm looking so forward to that. I'm forced to shave once a week.
There's a lot of women I know that do the No Shave November with their legs. I'm like, man, don't y'all itch? I can't handle that. Women should not pay attention to No Shave November. It doesn't count for us.
I've embraced the ball since age 21, now 34. Shouldn't have ruined it with bleach as a teen.
Ooh, yeah, bleach will mess up. I will not bleach, but I'm fixing. Y'all are about to see a big change in Lady Red. Lady Red will remain Lady Red. It's just going to be a little redder.
There you go.
So I got to ask one question, Lady Red.
What's that?
What is it? What do they ask? What is that question they always ask about the curtains?
Do you even know what that goes? Do you know, before you ask me that, do you really know what you're asking?
Yes, I do.
So that you know that Lady Red is always a lady and never tells.
Okay, what is it? Does the what match the curtains?
Does the curtains match the carpet?
Oh, okay.
That's the question.
Oh yeah, does the carpet match the drapes?
Jesus.
My eyebrows are red.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It's too short. Drapes and curtains. Drapes and curtains are the same thing.
Oh. Okay. This. Oh man. All right.
The drapes and the carpet.
Okay.
I've heard them all.
Does the drapes match the car? Okay, there we go. Okay, I got you. All right, so let's talk about tech for a second here. New plan start. Okay, here we go. My God, I just got this thing. Okay, so basically they're gonna want every customer on Amazon Prime with 4 Amazon apps before they leave. That's what they're telling people. The exclusiveness depends on employees. So employees are getting Metro perks, $60 they get 50% off, and add line 30 for 15 each. So that's nice. That's really cool. So basically, they're going to be getting, Metro employees. They always get a little bit of a discount. Even Cricket employees, we get a little bit of a discount, which I think you should. You know what I'm saying? Some people think that they should get it for free. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know about free service. You know what I'm saying? Half off, that's pretty good, though. What do you think, Lady Red, about your half off or your employee plan? Think it's decent?
I get the half. Yeah, it's decent because I'm on the max and I get half off of that. But like I've got the Deezer and I pay full the regular Cricket price, the $6 for that. And if I do like a hotspot or anything like that, I still have to pay the full price for that. So,
Okay.
but the service, that 60 getting cut down to 30, that is pretty nice.
Got you. Okay, and then there's the new rate plans that came out. So for those of you that don't know, this is already information that's out on the internet, but let's see here. You get, okay, so for the $40 plan, you get 10 gigabytes of LTE now. That's pretty cool. And the 30, you only get 2 gigs. So that's the new plan.
Really, why not spend? If you can afford it, why not spend $10 and go unlimited? Really.
Bro, I've been streaming that for. People do the unlimited max or they do the unlimited 2. What's the difference? $5. And
I know. Well, it's like this here. Okay, the unlimited 2, 55 or 50 with auto pay. The other unlimited was 60 or 55 auto pay. So really, if you auto pay on the max, then you're just same price. If you don't do auto pay on the unlimited 2, but auto pay on the max, it's the same price. So, why not spend the extra $10 and go unlimited instead of having 10 gigs? Shoot.
Slim Shady graphics. Go ahead.
I've been signing more people up on the unlimited max this week, including like 2 lines at a time, which almost never happens. People that are coming, like from like Verizon postpaid where they get, really good speeds are happy to pay that much because like my friend that came in a couple of days ago, she was paying upwards of $150, almost 200. And I cut her bill down to 110 for the 2 at the high speed. And she was pretty darn happy with it. A lot of people this week, at least I kind of changed my pitch with it a little bit and pointed out the auto pay discount, and people are snatching it up like it's hotcakes. And I'm getting it in before, because I don't know if, my commission's going to change when they roll it over. In the theoretical rumored to happen new plan that I got from my tarot cards, that, I don't know if our commission may change as a result of that. So I'm trying to sign all this up as many as I can on the max.
I don't even know why we're saying God bless Domino's, but I'm saying God bless Taco Bell.
That's right. If you don't like Taco Bell, you are not American.
Oh man, Taco Bell. Man, I went to Taco Bell the other day. I was like, yeah, let me get a taco salad. Well, we don't have the shelves for taco salad.
No.
Right? Like what? I've been to KFC before. They did not have. I've been to KFC before. They didn't have chicken.
I went to Taco Bell last night. I got that double crunch wrap or whatever in the box. Man, that sucker was good. That was some dinner right there. I couldn't even look at my phone until I finished. I was just so happy with my taco crunch wrap stacked thing.
You know they have the $5 box with that in it, right? I couldn't even get that the other night. I couldn't get yeah, because I was like, let me get a taco salad. They're like, well, we don't have the shelves for taco salad. I was like, well, let me get the $5 box for the crunch wrap thing. Where they're like, well, we don't have the shelf for that either.
Well, what do you have if you don't have that?
Right.
That's like.
But I'd be like, shut your doors in if you don't got nothing.
Right. I went to McDonald's one night. I was going to get chicken strips, and they're like, well, we don't have those. I'm like, why am I here? Your hamburgers, they're not that great. But that's what I got. I was very disappointed.
Lambo's trying to get me triggered. ZT is not a good brand.
Uh-oh. He's starting something now.
No, ZTE is not a good brand. It's a great brand.
Hey, there we go. Yo, I'm waiting for Tap Out King to show up. I'm waiting for his punk ass to get in here so I can kick his ass right out. Because he was up on the main Juan's live chat talking about.
Hey, I've got a direct line to him. You want me to throw the link in there? I can do it. I can start something real quick.
You Magic Tech, you went out halfway through your talking there, man. You went completely out.
Oh, so I'm saying tap this guy Tap Out King. He's telling the main one that, oh, you're better than Magic Tech Review.
We got the whole crew in there now. You want me to invite him in?
Oh, invite him in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
He won't come in.
I gotta pop out of the chat just a minute.
All right. How's the main one? I don't know how he's doing. Rap battle. Slim Shitty Graphics. What's up? No. The main one though, he's going through it right now with Metro PCS. So Metro, man, great dude. The main one's a great dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people that are two-faced, telling, oh, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I don't like that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You can feel however you want to feel. Like if you feel somebody's better than me, or you know what I'm saying, or I'm better than somebody else, I don't want you to say you're number one, you're number two, you're number three. I don't want that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Block Chick. Yeah, I know. He had to take them all down, man. So he will be back soon. I'm pretty sure if he's not watching, he'll be back soon. So I wanted to bring him up here.
Those are fighting words, dude. Those are fighting words.
Do what? You cut out a little bit, Lady Red.
Lambo Ferrari, man. That's some fighting words right there. Look, Anthony Short, Lady Red is better than MTR.
Yo, y'all are trying. Nah, man. Trying to play people against one another ain't cool. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you think somebody else is better, but you know, like, damn, man, keep it to yourself, man. People send me screenshots, man. I know, man. I got them eyes. I'm watching you right now. I'm behind your bushes. I might be in your bushes.
Well, I'm on the second floor. There's nobody in my bushes. I have no bushes.
Oh, she has no bushes. Hey, we learned something else. So I guess the carpet doesn't match the drapes.
Oh my God!
There's no carpet.
Lady Red is my favorite marshmallow. Thank you so much.
So I guess there's no carpet, but it's a hard one.
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
I can't even see the screen.
That's right.
I can't because I'm on double because I'm like multitasking here. I can't even see the screen. I can see the chat though. Jose Perez is going to check the bushes.
I'm going to check.
Yeah, we're just hanging out tonight because all of us, we're just hanging out tonight, and y'all are with us. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us.
I have a crappy, awful, aggravating headache, so that's not even making things any better.
Is Right Side Tech alive? Right Side Tech? Oh, Tech Right? He was live earlier.
Yeah, he's got a new thing going on with Twitch now.
Yeah. I'm in John's bushes. Oh my God, that sounds so bad.
Lambo is posting them fighting words again. Now he's trying. Robert Allen, thank you so much.
Oh man, yeah, ZTE. He says ZTE is the worst phone brand and should be denied access in America. Ugh.
I kind of feel the same way about Samsung.
I'm right there with you. There's nothing I love more than the number one and number two things that highlight my day is hanging up on Straight Talk and smashing some Samsung.
Oh yeah, because Samsung is not all what it's played out to be anyway. It's all overhyped. It's all overhyped.
Samsung is the reason I have a headache right now, RJ. I'm telling you. I've been working on something and it's just giving me a headache and I had to put it away.
I love Samsung. I feel the same way you do about Samsung, but in my case, it's ZTE.
Well, speaking of smashing things, I don't know if I want to smash phones. I might like to. Oh, Let me see here. What am I went? Oh yeah, I went there again.
ZTE. I'm not even gonna say
Motorola
it, bro.
now.
Because
CH still wants to trigger me. Oh no, we don't talk bad about that's blasphemy. Talking bad about the Motorola. I am
Yes.
making up a Motorola collection. I've got somebody now. I'm trying to get one of the older ones, one of the droids. Remember the last one they came out with? First they said droid, and it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm fixing to have my hands on one, and I'm not giving that one away. I might actually end up buying it from this lady. I want it that bad.
Block Shaker, yeah. What happened to Caracera? I was a big fan of Caracera there for many years. They had some really good flip phones back in the day. They really never made nothing too spectacular in the smartphone field. That's just my personal opinion. It'd be really awesome if Caracera would surprise everybody with some kind of awesome smartphone. That would be like really nice to see that.
Did you guys watch
for $1,000?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch? Did you guys watch? What is it called? Troy. You guys ever watch Troy the movie?
Oh yes, I love that movie.
No, okay, I've never seen it.
Do you remember when Achilles his cousin got killed, and he's calling out Hector, Hector? You know what I'm saying, for the guy to come out, the prince to come out. That's how I feel right now about Tap Out King. Tap Out King! Come on!
I sent a DM.
Come on, Tap Out King. I'm calling you out. Get in here.
CH Steel, I'm glad they helped you. You were the reason I made that video, and I've had other customers come back and tell me that has helped them too.
Yeah, people come to me and they're like, my phone and like my phone won't work. I want this, that, and the other. And all it is like I go in there, I do one little thing to an APN set, and I'm like, here you go. They're like, man, how'd you do that? I'm like, I don't give my secrets away. Keeps you coming back,
Right. And like in the Cricket, because in the video I put up the screenshots of the list of it that I have, and what they don't have in there that makes the difference. You have to check off the bearer. You have to select LTE, and they left that completely out because half the time they don't work, and you have to go back in there, especially if it's an older phone. Like some of the older J3s or like an S4, S5, people will still just clutch them like their life depends on it and will not get a new phone. And you have to go back in there and click off LTE on them, or you can put APNs all day long, restart the phone 20 times, still won't work until you go back in there and check off that bearer, the LTE on there.
Yeah. Caracera did make some really good rugged phones. I had a Sprint Caracera rugged phone, and that thing was it was indestructible. I can't remember the name of it now, but that thing was built like a daggone tank. Yes, Daniel Welch. I had the Caracera event, and I had the special edition red, of course, red. Got to be red, and I still have it. Just don't know where it's at, but I still got that phone. Yeah, I actually like that phone, but it was slow. And if you power it on now, man, it does seem ancient.
CH Steel, I agree. We do need DTV. I mean, my coworker Jessie, she has the DTV. She's got to pay full price for it too. I can't afford it. That's all there is to it. I cannot afford that, and it is the hardest thing for me to sell. And I'm really not even pushing it now because people will get it and then they call the store when there's a problem with it. And, I take so many cussings because I keep telling them, we don't have anything to do with DirecTV. We'll sell it to you and we'll set it up for you. And that's where we end with it. But DirecTV now, I mean, they have such terrible customer service. They just want people to sign up and then they don't help them when there's like an issue with the app, or if you ever log out of that, you cannot get back in. That's all there is to it. You cannot get back in. And they need to fix some few things, and it's terrible. I hate it. I really do.
Let me see if everybody can. No, I don't think people will be able to see this right here. It says Tap Out King. Nah, you are better streamer than Magic Tech right there. So right there, guys, proof right there. We got a traitor We got a Judas in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Jesse Dominguez. The one I had was a Caracera Torque.
Kyocera. They actually gave me. They were the first company to actually give me a grab bag. They sent me a grab bag, but this was like 3-something years ago when I used to film like poop. So unfortunately, I already unboxed it. And I don't have many of the stuff left that Kyocera sent me. But they sent me a nice little doggy bag or a goodie bag.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish in a way that Motorola would have. I mean, you'd figure as big as Motorola was back in the day and how they are now, they would have never sold out the Lenovo. I mean, could you imagine what Moto phones would be now if they had not sold out the Lenovo?
I mean, I've heard a lot of bad stuff about some of like the early Motorola phones were great, but then like after they come out with the Droid, I don't know, maybe the quality wasn't as great for whatever reason, or maybe they just didn't keep up and advance far enough to compete with other phones. But now, I don't know. I really dig mine, and Jesse's got the X Pure one I'm getting. I'll have it in about 2 or 3 weeks. And she says it's great. The camera is phenomenal. She said there is a few little issues because it's like a 2015 model and it's still running Marshmallow. She let the Nougat update come through, and she said there's a few little bugs, but that's her daily driver now, and she's got a collection of phones. And she loves it. She absolutely loves it. And I'm still trying to get my hands on that Droid. I'm gonna have that Droid. I want it.
What could anybody ever go back to keyboards? Could anybody ever go back to keyboards? In the live chat, let us know.
Yep, I could.
I could.
I'm gonna go in the live chat, bro. I gotta get up early tomorrow, but it was nice joining y'all. I'll probably hang out in the chat for a little bit till TTYL.
All right, have a good one, man.
Later. Hashtag idea.
Yes, the E5 Super is amazing. Built by Hephaestus himself.
Those trigger me the way, guys. Those titles that he'd be like EDF, whatever. Those titles trigger me. Let me see. Block Shaker says I can, I would. Yeah, they actually had a Motorola mod that they already had planned out. They already had basically they were making it, but there wasn't enough support for it. So it went away.
Yeah, I personally, I mean, I don't really ever type on my phone anymore. I always use swipe. But if I had to go back to a regular phone with typing, yeah, it'd be no problem. Because I grew up in that. I mean, for the longest time, that's all I had was flip phones and like candy bar phones with a keyboard. Wouldn't be nothing to me. T9, man, come on now. I used to could fly with that T9 keyboard.
Alcatel, CH Alcatel Quick Flip is the one we have. LG True has been discontinued, and I'm hearing that AT&T still has one Samsung flip phone, and Verizon is discontinuing the flip phones. And not only that, their customers are coming to Cricket to get them because they're not letting people even bring in an unlocked flip phone to use because they're just completely getting away from them altogether. And a lot of older people or handicapped people prefer the flip phones because they just need something to talk on, and they have a lot of problems with the screen, and the smaller flip phones with the buttons are really all they need. So I think that's gonna, be good for Cricket as long as we have that flip phone, that little Alcatel Quick Flip.
Let's see here. I mean, man, the selfie thing, man. God, I don't know. Y'all ever get tired of taking selfies?
I don't take very many of them. I mean, most of the time I take them as far as like just for something that I need for it mainly. I don't really do a whole lot of them. I do a few here and there. I ain't really
I think Instagram is just like, it used to be about art and photography and everything. It's just filled with damn selfies, man. Ugh.
All of mine now, most of my selfies are either like some kind of clickbait on Facebook or Instagram for my channel, or their thumbnails. Like I might take a selfie and send it to somebody in chat, like I'm messaging with, like with, earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm not, I don't get, like, there's someone, and I had to unfollow her on Facebook because every day it was like a flood of selfies. And it was getting to the point it was ridiculous because she just wanted people to tell her how pretty she was. And it was just like 10 selfies a day. Every time she did anything, there was a selfie to celebrate it. And I'm like, really? It's like, do you do a selfie every time you wipe your butt? I mean, come on.
No. Instagram has turned into thought central. Yeah, they all think because they have a pair of boobs that they could show off and a cute smile that, you know what I'm saying, Instagram fame is a smile. That's your whole thing. Like,
you're cutting out pretty bad, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. No, okay. Good or no?
Yeah. Now.
All right. Yeah, I'm saying Instagram. That's like what it's all about nowadays. It's just like, taking little selfies and showing some tits. It's just like that's I don't know, man.
It's like people don't have any respect for themselves anymore.
This is true.
These pictures with these girls, like somebody showed me this girl my son was with tonight. The picture that I was shown, it was a screenshot of her Facebook picture, looked absolutely like nothing like the actual person because she had like flowers and ears and a bunny nose or something, and filtered to the point where she was completely unrecognizable. I don't use filters in mine unless I want to change colors, like make a rainbow face or something.
Hashtag no filter needed. That's cute.
Yeah, I mean, I seen a little meme a while back, and it's like a selfie of our grandparents 50 years ago, and then it's saying 50 years from now, our kids' grandparent. It was something like that, whatever, and it was like the little doggy with the tongue hanging out, or like you said, it was like how people nowadays are going to be remember 30, 40, 50 years from now, with all these filters. And I mean, instead of being like a actual, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I think it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, I do too. Sometimes it's fun to make those fun little filters, but I mean, people just sit there and use them for everything. And there's like, I mean, it's like, can't you take a normal picture?
Right. There's one lady I got into a debate with. I did like a whole thing on Facebook one time, post a picture of yourself with no makeup and no filters. And I put one up of myself and I was not ashamed, and one lady got a little bent out of shape over it. She's like, at my age, I have to have this filter and this stuff and this and that. And I'm like, okay, because she's one of my customers too. And she looks absolutely nothing like her picture. Nothing like it at all. The only similarity is brown hair.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. They want to use all these filters, make them look 20, 30, 40, however old, much younger, and all these. Yeah, it's like be real.
I am 41 and proud. I am not ashamed of my age.
Okay, so let's talk about cricket a little bit and what you think they should do in response. Everybody in the live chat and on the panel, what do you think cricket should do in response to this Metro stuff that's going on? What should cricket do best?
I really honestly believe that, I mean, all that cricket, this is my personal opinion, they got good plans already. They already got the plans down. I believe what they need to do is just have a lot better phone deals. I mean, if they had better port-in deals, better upgrade deals, then that would probably help them 100% right there. I mean, because you go into a cricket store and you got a phone that you can buy somewhere else, the same exact phone somewhere else for free, or possibly just 10, 20, 30 bucks. You go into cricket and the port-in price is $200. I mean, people don't care about the service; they care about the phone. Apparently nowadays, like I don't care if I got good service or not, long as I got long as I get a phone for free. I believe that if Cricket just needs to have a lot better phone deals. That's my opinion.
I agree, and I'll even take it a step further. I agree. Who was it? Just pointed that out. I think it was. I just saw. I've lost it again. Somebody pointed out in chat, adding hotspot. Absolutely. Because that 10 gigs of hotspot goes so fast. And I lose out on a lot of people switching over because they can't get unlimited hotspot. There should be an unlimited hotspot option. Even if it costs 20 or 30 bucks a month, people would pay it. Or, include an unlimited with unlimited hotspot at, 80, 90 bucks even, that people will pay that to have that unlimited hotspot. And because that 10 gigs, that's a joke. It goes so fast.
I mean, like I see this coming here from Manassas. Cricket should be $40 unlimited with hotspot. They can't give their service away. I mean, they got. I mean, people. This is a lot of people are complaining about paying $50 a month for unlimited or 60 for unlimited. Go to Canada and try to get an unlimited data plan. I mean, up there for unlimited talking, text, and like 5 gigabytes of data, you'll pay $180, $190 a month.
Blockshaker talking about Verizon's 3G hotspot. That would not be suitable for me or a lot of people that want to use that hotspot to do their streaming on, because you would have to wait so long for anything to load, and then you've got your skits and your lags and pixelated, and that would just be terrible. I wouldn't care for that at all.
I mean, the 3G hotspot, that would be just mainly if you want to like check social media, if you want to check your emails, stuff like that.
Right. And you can do all that on your phone. So what would be the point? And that's just my opinion. So
okay. Oh my golly, wow, he's an actual employee of Cricket. Says we need the hotspot included. No more slow unlimited plans. Bring back HD video, congestion management till 35 gigabytes. These are included for free. Maybe even DTV included for free or for cheaper.
Preach it. Preach it. Preach it.
I don't know. I wouldn't really be watching DirecTV now, to be honest with you.
The DirecTV, I don't know. I don't even know really, like the base package doesn't have a couple of the channels that I would be watching. Like I can get almost everything either between Netflix and Hulu, or you can download, for a lot of channels, has a channel app for that channel. You don't have to have any kind of service. You just download the app. CW does. There's a couple of shows on CW I follow that I really like, and I have the app for that. And they're, between, like I said, Netflix I think has the current shows. So does Hulu on it for, one show I really like. But I'm just not a huge fan of the DirecTV now, and I don't know. Maybe they're better now with the new channels, but it's just not worth it. For me. Because I would only watch 1 or 2 channels, and I don't want to pay extra to watch that when I can get all of it between Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah, like Clarence Dolo says, in Canada, my sister pays $95 a month for only 4 gigs, and she owns her phone. So yeah, I mean, different carriers. I've seen. I mean, I've actually looked up Canada carriers before, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what they want. I mean, we complain here for $50 or $60 unlimited. But like I said, up yonder, I mean, 4 gigs for $95 a month, and she owns her own phone. That's just a lot of. I mean, 4 gigs don't go nowhere. I can go through 4 gigs and one YouTube upload.
I don't know, my upload. I don't know. The last few days, it's been great. My speeds upload and download have been phenomenal. Today, not so much. And there's no network congestion. None. I've got the app that I use is Open Signal, and it tells me how much of the network is available, and I'm on 100%. And I've got I've got a good signal, and it's still, my speeds today have been terrible.
I mean, I know people might not agree with this, but I think the AT&T network right now, I don't know if to me it's not improving. It's going downhill from what I have seen. I mean, I've had Cricket, I've had AT&T, I got Net Budget now, which is AT&T, and I can tell that the speeds and the network is just not what it used to be.
No, Xander Renton said Cricket is forcing people to switch to the new plan by slowing them down. I wasn't slowed down. Whenever my tarot cards told me that there was going to be a new plan, my speed went up and has been up until today. My download speed is still a lot better than it has been, but my upload speed today is crap. But until today, for the last, I'm not even the last week, since into last week sometime, both of my speeds, upload, download, were great. And today is the only day I've had any slowdown. And it's bad weather here that could have a lot to do with it too. We've got a lot of low clouds, and the higher towers, because we're in a little bit higher elevation, we got a lot of hills here, and the towers are up on the hills. So the clouds, I've heard that when the clouds are low and dense, that it will kind of mess with the signal.
Good.
Okay, now that we've gone with Cricket, now what should Boost do to whatever?
Well, actually, Boost has already done some things with their plan. I mean, they got their, what is it, 60 unlimited with how many, what is it, 10 or 20 gigabytes of hotspot? Is it 10 or 20 for 60? I can't remember which one. Then they got a plan for 80 that I think gives you what? I could be completely wrong. But I want to say that they actually upped everything. I want to say that you get 8 gigabytes on their $50 plan. I believe that you get 20 on their $60 plan and 40 on their $80 plan. I'm thinking now the Boost Mobile, that's what Boost Mobile already done. So actually they've done and changed their plans and actually improved their plans. Honestly, I mean, they got decent port in plans already in the stores, and you can get coupons off social media to get phones cheaper at times. So honestly, I don't really see what Boost Mobile can do right now.
I think they just got a bad rap, dude. Everybody just doesn't like Sprint anymore.
The reason,
go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but the reason why everybody hates Sprint, Boost Mobile, because everybody's trashed them. And everybody falls for when everybody says, "Oh, Sprint is garbage, Boost is crap, everything is bad." Maybe whenever everybody watches these great big tech giants or whatever that says this is bad, they, it may be bad for their area. I mean, like I say, I mean, every area is different. I mean, I'm sure there's areas right now where Sprint is dominant over all 4 carriers, but all it takes is a few people to sit there and say, well, Sprint is garbage. Everybody listens to it. And then instead of you, and I guarantee you, probably most people who says Sprint sucks has never even used Sprint. That's kind of like phones. People will say, oh, this phone sucks, that phone sucks. Has never ever used a phone. They're just going by word of mouth, what somebody else said. Yeah,
you're right. And I mean, but when you give your service away, when you put out a plan for, what was it, $15 for a year, for a month or something? Was it $15, guys? Or was it $25? I think it was 15, right? You switched over. You got your service for a whopping $15 a month, unlimited. That just makes your company look so bad, dude, when you have to literally give your service away for people to switch.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
I mean, I believe, I'm a fan of Sprint. I've always liked Sprint. But I do agree that as long as Sprint's been around, they've had plenty of opportunity to expand their network. Even though, yes, in my opinion, Sprint is stronger than T-Mobile. Fight me if you want to. I don't care. I'm talking about in my general area, T-Mobile is good, but Sprint is better and Sprint is stronger. But I believe in a lot of areas. I mean, there's places out west where Sprint has no coverage in 5 or 6 states. They don't cover them at all. And I'm like, what's Sprint been doing for the past 20 some years?
Hey, Lambo, man, you really, Lambo Ferrari is really putting in some work, man, with the comments, man. I appreciate you. That's cool. I don't mind. He's having fun, man. Just like I'm having fun. I love it, man. Keep it coming. Pikachu is overrated? Hey, man, he's keeping it going. He's keeping it good. So
Take Twan says, I can hear you better, Magic, but with CV and Lady Red, I can hardly hear them. It sounds so low on their part. I'm using the same microphone I'm always using when I go live with Magic Tech. It's on the same volume. Everything is the same. So I'm talking normally like I always talk. So I'm not really sure why it's so quiet.
I don't know. I'm on my phone, inches away from the microphone. How about everybody else? Can you hear us?
CV, try to deep throat your microphone. See if that works.
Oh my God, wow, so they all sound fine for me. Yeah, Sprint has made too many mistakes in the past over the years. That's their problem. I mean, they try to make one step forward, but they make two steps backwards. That's the biggest problem.
So I like Sprint and T-Mobile as postpaid, and prepaid is Cricket and Verizon prepaid. The only bad thing I hear about Verizon with prepaid is, the taxes and fees, and maybe they don't get as much data, for the price. You're not getting so much bang for your buck. But in many areas, and as much as it pains me to say this, Verizon does pick up a little better, especially when there's a lot of, like, in rural areas with heavy foliage, or, like what we call down here hollers. Because AT&T, the signal is way up above all of that. And people that live in trailers or even a brick house with a metal roof, they're not getting such a great signal. But I hear with Verizon that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think just over the years, man, they've just diluted the brand. They've, all those, switch to us will cut your bill in half, and it's just like, man, after a while, it's dilution. Just like, how Apple sells their phones so high, so everybody thinks their brand is so much better than everybody else's, and because they're all up on like this little pedestal, while Boost is like down in the dumps because literally, like, you can get the service so cheap. I don't know. That's just a theory of mine. And once you have the impression of that, and everybody keeps telling you that, and your friends are like, ha ha ha, you have Boost Mobile, ha ha ha, you have that, that budget, ghetto brand or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just, and it's hard to break from that, man.
King of the Midway says, "What do you think of Straight Talk? I never hear any of you review their service. Actually, I actually have Total Wireless, which is the same thing as Straight Talk, and I've mentioned them a lot of times in my video, in previous videos. I think Straight Talk is a really good company. I mean, I got nothing bad really to say about them. Customer service is kind of not the best. Their phones is kind of lacking as well. But as far as their service goes, they use the Verizon network, and I'm on Total Wireless right now, so I don't get the unlimited data. But it's part of Straight Talk and TracFone in general. And honestly, I ain't got one thing really bad to say about Total Wireless or Straight Talk. That's from somebody who has been using them for quite some time. I don't see any problems.
Me neither. I mean, Straight Talk, Total, they all bank that, at least in this area, they run off of Verizon. And if you are one person, it's fine. Total Wireless has the family plans, the group save options. Straight Talk does not. So if you're going to have your whole family, which I see this a lot, a whole family comes in, they've all got Straight Talk Unlimited. They're paying, after taxes, like $60 per line. It really doesn't make a lot of financial sense to keep paying that when you have other options. But with Total, if you do not require unlimited data, then, that's fine. That's great. Save some money. If you don't need that unlimited plan, then you'll be just fine with Total.
Yeah, because it's funny that Straight Talk don't have family plans, but Total Wireless does. And I think with 2 lines you get 15 gigabytes shared. With 3 lines you get 20 gigabytes shared, and with 4 lines you get 25 gigabytes shared. And it's like, I think that I'm on a 3 shared line right now, it's like $80 a month. But if you do like an auto pay, it drops it down a little bit. Like 75. I'm not really sure, but I mean it's really not that bad if you don't need it. If you don't need unlimited, if you got good Wi-Fi, and you don't need unlimited, if you only use your data, when you're out and about, and you're not sitting there streaming constantly on Netflix or YouTube or whatever, then Total Wireless is honestly the way to go. I mean, I'm just being real.
Shared data. I would
have to agree because Cricket has absolutely crap for unlimited, like on the $40 plan, where the 5 gig plan, there's not really much of a deal there. And when whole families come in and they tell me we have Wi-Fi, we never use our data unless we're sending a picture or something, and I'm still going to sign them up on the unlimited plan because I'm going to save them money that way, and I can talk them into it, but I still kind of feel like I'm giving some something that they don't want. And then I always have a handful that will come in and put everybody on $30 plan because, they don't need that much data. They're not going to have it, and they don't care if they can get unlimited for 3 lines at the same price.
And see, the thing about it is, I mean, I know, like Zenda Renton said, shared data is $95. But I mean, honestly, I mean, what makes everything out of date? I mean, it's shared data. I mean, is that really a big deal? I mean, not every single carrier is going, like other carriers are going. Some of them have their own ways, they're on their own different ways, and I mean, I don't really see it as being an outdated thing to have shared data. I mean,
it's just like an old school thing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the old school. I mean, that was around back in the mid 2000s. Now there was no data back in '95.
Just like the track phone thing, where you get you get 90 days and you only get like 2. Man, I cannot believe they're still selling cards that are like 200 minutes for like $50 or something crazy. That's crazy, dude. Track phone is a big rip for me. Me personally.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I know some people.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Bro, when I see people buying I don't know, it's like 90 days or something like that, it's like 200 minutes for $40. I'm like, are you sure you want me to do this? I feel like I'm robbing them when they buy that card.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for the actual track phone brand, and they are paying $20 for like 60 minutes or 120 minutes. I mean, I guess those are for people who just really don't rely on a cell phone, and the only time that they make phone calls is for emergencies. They don't care about data. They don't care about social. They don't care about nothing but just having a cheap phone. They can just talk and text, and even if texting.
I've had a lot of older people walk out of the store with a track phone in their hand that they had for 5 years, and they have their minutes a year at a time. And the only time they carry it with them because they may have an emergency, but they don't really use them. They might use 10 minutes a week, and that's it. And it's hard to switch because it doesn't make sense. They're all on fixed incomes, and that kind of makes me feel bad as a person.
You're kind of cutting out a little bit there, Lady Red.
I was choking.
Hey, let's. Whoa.
Lady, I couldn't hear. She was kind of cutting out on my end. I couldn't hear on my end that good.
She said she was choking.
I was choking.
Oh.
What you choking on?
Oh, well, here we go.
My word.
Yeah, but then the rent is $80 for 1,000 minutes. Then the rent says $80 for 1,000 minutes. Not something Verizon would do. It does. I mean, people. I mean, I remember back in 2002. I mean, honestly, track phone has not got any better since they first started, as far as their plans go, like that. I mean, I remember Virgin Mobile back in 2002 when I first got their service. It was $0.25 a minute and I think 10 cents per text. So somebody could sit there and just text the crap out of you, and you could go through $20 in no time. But $0.25 a minute, you could be on the. I mean, you would rush off the phone before that minute ended. I mean, if you was on the phone for 1:59, you was okay. If you was on the phone for 2 minutes and 1 second, you was out holding their quarter. So a 2 minute, So I mean, 1 second took that. I mean, it was. I mean, it was a ripoff back in the day on prepaid. Prepaid back in the day was a joke.
Okay, let's talk about the Lambo Ferrari asked about the bendable phones coming out in the future. I guess we can go ahead and discuss, guys. If you're not participating in this can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes. No. Okay. Guys, if you're not participating in live chat, you're wrong. Participate. Throw some live comments. We're just kind of picking and choosing who we're, whatever. But bendable phones in 2019, the craze. Go ahead.
I think this is a disaster.
Yeah, I've been watching this because it comes up in my news feed a lot. I think it's silly. I really do. I don't know what they're trying to prove with the bendable phone, because there's one of them I saw that's supposed to have a dual screen. I think it's maybe the Samsung Oxygen or something, and it's supposed to have a dual screen and it's bendable. Like, why do you need this?
You don't.
What is the point of this? It's a flip phone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bendable phone. That just sounds like an accident waiting to happen. A money pit. One thing goes wrong, and it's going to be a fortune to fix. I mean, it's like they're just trying to do more and more crap with smartphones. That honestly, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just
somebody's asking me off this way. Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
No, I mean, I was just saying I can't. I mean, smartphones is just way too advanced now, and I mean, honestly, most people don't even utilize the majority of what phones supposed to be able to do. So I just think it's a waste. That's just my personal opinion.
The individual says bendable phones are good for people who want to put their phones in their back pocket, and then they're going to sit on them and break that, because the ones I've seen have the dual screen. It's a Samsung, and I just see a lot of shattered outer screens coming from it, and a lot of creases on that inside screen as soon as somebody sits on it.
Tap out.
Is he
Free
here?
buddy. Is he Tap out King?
You're cutting out bad, man. Tell him you're cutting out bad.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
Tap out King, welcome.
Welcome to the chat. We've been missing you, man. Can you hear me now?
All right, I'm just going to go in here and put my mic on and see if that helps.
Yeah, because holding your phone it's liable to make it your signal even worse.
Yeah, I've got my mic and I can put the phone up here. I'm in here. It got a little bit better signal in here. I've got enough charge now.
Yeah, Magictech, you might want to set that. You might want to set that NetBuddy or whatever outside where you get better service.
Yeah, no, it's just Little John is. Can you guys hear me better when my camera's off?
It's off and on. You know, we can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, Tap Out King, man, I seen you had a screenshot, or somebody sent me a screenshot of you saying that the main Juan is a better streamer than me. I'd love to hear your response to that before I ban you to the abyss out of this channel. I'd love Very good. Okay. All right, Tap Out King. Here, let me show you the screenshot here. You were in the main Juan's channel, basically, kissing up to him. You know what I'm saying? And I know you've been in my chat for quite some time, loving me up and telling me how great I am. What's good, Tap Out King? But then another YouTuber comes up and all of a sudden, you want to be on somebody else's nuts? That's cool. I'm waiting for him to respond. This ought to be good.
Tennis just eats popcorn.
Yeah, get your popcorn out, guys. Get your popcorn out. Don't ban him so I can roast him. All right.
Completely lost the chat.
I can't hear you at all now, Lady Red. You're cutting
Yeah, we
out
can't hear
really
you out.
bad.
Yeah.
I'm going out for this dog anyway.
So you like what? You like a fangirl? You know, are you a penis rider? You know what I'm saying? You just like to ride the newest one that comes along. You know. Oh man. Come on there, buddy. He's not saying anything. He's funny.
I hate to say it, John, but you're cutting out super bad, bro.
All right, let me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a decent signal area. Got my microphone on, so Lambo Ferrari. How many phones do you guys have? Too many, really.
Now they have in shelter. I have probably 5 or 6, and I have the I'm 700 points away from that one. I'm in a raffle for a Z2 Force. I will sacrifice a finger for the droid that this lady, she just switched to cricket. She's got a droid and I want it.
I caught about half of that. The first half, he was really cutting that really bad.
Okay, am I better now? Is this any better now?
Yeah, it sounds better right now.
Okay, yeah. No, I was saying, I've got a bag full of phones right now. They're just old crap. I've got a couple of LG Fortune 2s, a Fortune 1. I think I've got a J3, some kind of Alcatel something, and I'm 700 points away from the X Pure, which has a 21 megapixel fantastic camera, and I'm in a raffle for a Z2 Force. And a lady just switched to cricket. It's a friend of mine, and I'm fixing to try and get her droid.
Okay. Couple questions here. Total Tech, what's going on, Total Tech? Oh my God, Wow says, what service do you have CV that you're streaming at like 60 frames per second all the time? I'm actually on T-Mobile on the iPhone SE right now currently. So that's mainly what I always use is either the iPhone SE or my Idol 5S. It's either on Total Wireless, which is Verizon, or on T-Mobile. Right now I'm on T-Mobile. So yeah, you know, and that's why I'm always out here in my car, is because, you know, I don't get good service at home, so I have to pretty much do what I got to do.
So here, here, guys, right? It says, Lady Red, you're making noise. Tap
I'm
out
not
King
saying
says,
anything.
Okay, hold on. It says, nah, you are a better streamer than Magic Tech, says Tap Out King 86, and this was in when he was in the main Wands chat right there. You know what I'm saying, man? I get them screenshots, man. How you gonna be a trader like that, man? And then I heard you trying to flirt with people, and I heard you trying to do all types of stuff, man. You doing too much, bro. Let me see here. But anyways, I'm gonna wait for his response. He says, "Oh, I like a lot of people." But yeah, man, you don't have to be a dick rider, man. You know what I'm saying? If you like somebody else, that's cool, man. But you know what I'm saying? You hurt my feelings, bro.
Ian Taylor wants to know why he can't see me, because I have had a rough day, and it shows. That's why you can't see me.
Oh. Yeah, and I didn't really feel like MTR's calling out names. I got my butter popcorn, and it's funny. Yeah, man, I'm just waiting for this response. He says, I like a bunch of YouTubers. Like, but, I mean.
I didn't see that comment.
It's down at the bottom.
CH still
Jose
says, "Where's?"
Martinez.
Oh, CH still says, "Where's the Honor?" I would love to carry the Honor 7X. I would use it all the time. The only problem with the Honor 7X, it don't have Wi-Fi calling, so I can't use it at home on T-Mobile. And also at nighttime, even with the LED, the front camera for some reason in low light looks horrible with the LED light. That's why I don't carry it much.
Oh man. So what were we talking about besides that, man? I don't know. He got me all off track. I'm about to ban him, but y'all don't want me to ban him.
I still don't see the comment.
Ian Taylor, iPhones. How do I feel about iPhones? iPhones to me are the devil. That they make people addicted to them, and people get so stupid and bent out of shape over their iPhone that they think they cannot live without it, and they cannot possibly have any other device other than their iPhone. And it's a ridiculous status symbol. And I mean, people that are in a business setting that have their whole office or whatever run off of Apple products, that's one thing. I get that. But a teenage girl with some Snapchat can do that with any phone. It does not have to be an iPhone. Oh, but they can FaceTime. Yes, I hang out call with John and the boys all the time without using FaceTime. There are other ways to live. And the whole operating system and the user interface with iPhone gives me a twitch.
I mean, I use the iPhone. I'm not like one of those hardcore iPhone people. I got an iPhone SE and an iPhone 6, and I'm on the iPhone SE right now. But I mean, if it was like if it came down to it tomorrow, said you got to pick iPhone or Android, there's no competition. Android's going to be it. I mean, I'm like, sorry iPhone, sorry Apple, got to go. If I had to choose tomorrow what phone to use from now on, it'd be an Android. I mean, iPhones, do I like them? Yeah, I will use an iPhone. I use it a lot. But am I like a tremendous, gotta have it every iPhone fan? Nah, absolutely not.
Now, eventually, I might get if I can find one and I have the money and it's an okay phone, I might buy one just to have one, but I doubt it. I have an iCloud account and all that good stuff, and making it was enough of a pain. Give me Google any day. Tech.
Awesome. Thank you for watching, Tanadus Tech.
I was watching it definitely too, man. I liked his delivery, man. Dude, when he was getting passionate, he kept saying, huh. I don't know what he was saying at the end, but he had like this draw at the end. I really liked it. It was engaging. I was actually in there for like a real good minute. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I was afraid the service was going to cut out, but because in that building, no carrier works. I don't care. Very, very little.
Tech21B says, which is better, iPhone or Android? Absolutely Android. I saw an article today and I was looking for something else, so I didn't stop to read it. But it was how when all of the smartphones first came out, Android had actually the better design, better operating system, better specs than any iPhone. And I really wish I could go back and read that article, but I've lost it. It was in my news feed. But I'm going to definitely try and find that again and take a look at it. But it was all about how Android, had it before iPhone ever even thought about it. I think up until they came out the iPhone 5, and that's when iPhone really just went into the atmosphere with it. They made so many changes between the 4 and the 5 because, now all you hear is iPhone, 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 but nobody has anything less than a 5 because the 4s were not built to last. And anything before the 4 just really doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, and also I want to say that if anybody has left any comment directly to me and I haven't read it, I apologize. This chat's flying. I do want to read a couple. This one here from John A. Says, I'm switching to Metro from Cricket. It just make a better deal. I mean, it does. Phones better deals, stuff like that. It's all better deals, but you better make sure the coverage is good in your area, cause T-Mobile coverage is really, I mean, the coverage map might show you're in coverage, but don't necessarily mean you're going to be in coverage unless you've already had them before and you know what's good in your area. Cause I know with me, I like T-Mobile, but sometimes they can get really, really annoying. But yeah, I mean, as far as iPhones go, I can take it or leave it. I like them both. I'll use them both. I usually carry one Android, one Apple. That's normally what I always carry. Like right now, I'm streaming on the. Right now you're seeing right now on the iPhone SE, and I got my Android phone right here viewing the comments. So I mean, I always got an Android iPhone.
I seen in the news. It was a while ago, maybe. It was nothing recent, but the actual people are filing for divorce, and they have Fortnite. They put the reason that some wives are just divorcing their husbands because of Fortnite.
I heard that. I heard about that.
Oh, wow.
Hold on, guys. Let me tell you right now, okay? If you're watching this stream and your wife is in there wanting some right now, go in there and pound that shit and give her one for me. Do not watch my stream and ignore your wife, okay? Give her a couple good whacks on the ass for me and tell her this is from Magic Tech Review. Get off the stream right now. Do not ignore your wife, okay? If she's over there, yes. Okay, so
and Mia, I'm going to add on to that. When your wife,
go ahead.
Good. When your wife comes in the room and she is wearing nothing but a nothing or a shirt, or you see something laying around and some, you got the smooth shaved legs and the wet hair, and you got the, hey honey, you hear that? Boys, I'm telling you, get up and go tend to your wife, or you're going to not have one.
Yes, please,
you're going to be sleeping on the couch eating ramen noodles.
Yes. Please go make passionate love to her. Drop that goddamn controller for a couple minutes, or more than a couple minutes. All right, you know what I'm saying. Give her a good half an hour of pleasure. Tell her how much you love her and all that. Please. That's just
totally divorced. I totally divorced my second husband over Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk. He would not get off the Tony Hawk. He had a controller and a water bong, and that's all he did. I'm going to tell y'all a little story. I got the glow-in-the-dark body paint and painted myself up like the controller and be like, what's up? He's like, you're in my way. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Get the fuck out.
Oh, wow.
What do you think, CV? What do you got to say about all this?
Oh,
go ahead, man.
There's a lot I can say, but...
go ahead, man.
I can't do it. I can't.
Give us something, man. Give us a little bit, man.
Come on with it. You ain't going to embarrass me.
No, it ain't that. It's just
she's 41, man. She's seen a couple.
It's the way she said that about about how a woman presenting herself and all. Like I'm kind of speechless right now at the moment. If the hair's wet and the legs, oh my God, don't even. I'm not even going to comment on that. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, see, can't say he went to church earlier.
Shame on me. All right. I'll tone it down.
I mean, we're all male and female. Most of us in here, I guess, are adults, and I mean, it's just a natural part of things. But I mean, I just sometimes you just can't.
I mean, if your wife put it like this, man, can you tell them this, that if your wife's got a hankering, put her against the window. You know what I'm saying?
Against that window, hope it don't break.
What's up, Samuel Carroll? I'm not an adult yet. Well, dang.
Samuel Carroll.
Well,
how you doing?
I mean,
Michael West, Lady Red is the best. Don't stop, girl. Thank you so much. That's right, I am.
I mean, like I say, it's a natural part of things. When most of us are adults, so it's nothing bad, but it's just a natural part of life. But yeah, that winter, man.
All right. Now we get that out of the way.
Now we got that out of our systems.
Yeah. I don't know what made me think about that, but. Oh, yeah. Little John's getting excited.
I'm sitting on a bench outside my boss's apartment. I'm riding his Wi-Fi. That's how I got the better signal.
Ah, okay. Zen the Rent says, huh? Yeah, Bill Hustles was on earlier. You're missing me.
I don't know if CV knows what I walked into. What do you mean? Or what I walked into, or what you are? What? I'm not sure. I'm not understanding.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I just said it, and I was like, go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. So what's next? Y'all keep commenting, man. Y'all keep commenting. Just throw stuff out there if you want us to answer questions. You know what I'm saying? Just keep on talking. Keep on. Oh God, Canada's Texas riding his Wi-Fi, huh?
Yep. I don't get a good signal upstairs.
Oh, Mill Hustles is still in here.
Mill Hustles. Oh, he's still lurking.
He's been lurking around.
What are your thoughts on Windows Phone? Man, Windows Phone.
Oh.
I really like the interface. It was a cute little interface with the tiles and all that stuff.
I love
the apps. The apps were just not there. The apps looked funky. They looked weird. They didn't have the right ones. But
I've had my hands.
Go ahead. Okay,
no, I've had my.
The fluidity of. I got you. The fluidity of Windows phones was just, you know, I loved it. Mm-hmm. So,
I gotta say the same thing. If Windows would have ever took off, I loved the Windows device. I loved it. The tiles, the settings. It was so. I loved how it. I mean, if it was up there with Android and iOS, I would be using Windows because I loved the tiles. I loved the fact that you could have a phone with hardly any specs and it would perform so well. I had the Nokia Lumia 640 or Microsoft Lumia 640, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, it had very little RAM, it had a little bit of storage, had a little processor, but that sucker would fly. And I love that phone. And if they, I mean, you figure Microsoft being like, they would have been able to get the app support. If they could got the app support, I don't know. They would have. I mean, it would have probably been a good game changer.
I've had my hands on a couple of the Windows phones, and I thought the same thing you did. This is kind of cool, you know. You've got all the little tiles, but they had a few issues. Like they were slow for one, and they wouldn't because the guy got a new phone. I was trying to. There was absolutely no way to transfer pictures and contacts. Absolutely, they would not Bluetooth. They would not. There's no way to back them up to anything. I couldn't even figure out how to get Google Drive in there to back them up to Google Drive or Google Photos. I found it an absolute nightmare.
If you put an SD card in a Windows phone and took some pictures and all that, whatever, you would have when you took that SD card out and put it to an Android phone. You have 1,000 files, 1,000 different files. You have no idea what in the world. I mean, it was. I mean, because it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And let me see what else. What else is there? Yeah, there was like little quirks here and there that I just didn't like. And then the YouTube, being a YouTuber on Windows Phone was just horrible experience. You couldn't upload to YouTube, or it was just weird, and there was no native YouTube. There was no studio. There was and there's nothing like, YouTube and Windows just did not mix whatsoever.
Yeah. Like Lambo said, if Windows had a YouTube app, you'd still be using it. I probably would be too. I'm telling you, the cameras on those Lumia phones were really good. I mean, even on their cheaper ones, they were actually pretty solid. And if it had a good YouTube, I mean, honestly, like you said, if it had the YouTube app, if it had the Studio app, if it had a Hangouts, I would be rocking my 640 right now. I would be if I had those three. A good YouTube, actual YouTube, Hangouts, the studio app. I don't really care about the rest of it. I don't.
Yeah, they had all these third-party like solutions. They didn't have any first-party stuff.
Yeah, and you can't trust them third-party.
Nah, because they might take your information. You know.
Exactly.
Did they even? No, they had Facebook, but they didn't have something else like Twitter or something. I don't know. It was like some kind of weird shit they didn't have on there. Bunch of stuff.
I didn't see any social media on the. I've seen 3 or 4 of them of different ones, and I didn't see any social media at all. And that was one of the complaints that he couldn't get on Facebook with it. He couldn't do any talk text, and then whatever Windows had to offer. But like it was just not a good experience because it felt very limited in what he could do, and this was from 3 or 4 different ones.
Yeah, I mean, I had Michelle said she let her a Kia Windows Phone. Yeah, I did too. I mean, I had a 520. That was my very first Windows Phone. No front camera. Then I had a Boost Mobile 635, which in my opinion was a great phone. Just had no front camera. And then I had a 640, and the 640, I still got my 640 at home right now, just laying there. I found it the other day, and I was like, I want to pull this thing out and charge it, and mess around with it a little bit, because that thing was really good.
You should do a video on that, bro. That would probably get some views. 650 I'm sure Lumia 650 unboxing. Yep.
Absolutely. Do a full in-depth review on it, and I mean, show what it can really do, because nobody, that's probably one of the least talked about devices on the market right now.
And what's that? I wasn't listening. Sorry.
That 650.
I got 640.
Oh, okay. Do it.
It's AT&T.
I mean,
it's AT&T.
Yeah. I mean, if there's any videos, they are so old, they've been buried. And, if somebody wants to buy something, I tell people to be the educated buyer, go to YouTube, look at the reviews. And it's going to show them the most recent. So why shouldn't yours be on top?
Yeah, Mill Hustle says for a while the Lumia 950 had the best camera. Actually, I heard that the 1020 had the best camera.
Oh yeah, the one with the big camera on the back.
The Lumia 1020. I mean, if you want to buy a 1020 now, you're going to pay hundreds of dollars for a Lumia 1020. That's really useless unless you want to talk and text, use a camera. Because I mean, they actually stopped support for everything on the Windows phones, pretty much.
Oh dang!
They stopped support.
Yeah, I remember when you put the SIM card in, that thing worked like this, man. You didn't even need to do anything with the APNs. Or nothing. You just need to type like one word, and all of a sudden, boom, it'll pop up.
Pittsburgh fan says, "Lady, why does Cricket keep on sort of the iPhone X Max on the Cricket website? The stores have absolutely no affiliation whatsoever with the website. But what I do know, there are a limited number of all of the X series, and when they are gone, nobody has any more until Apple says so."
One Windows phone that I wanted to get was the Cricket, the one of Cricket's last Windows phone. What was it, the 650?
It was a Lumia something, yeah.
Lumia, I think it was a 650, and that phone looked awesome. That phone looked great, but I wanted to get it, but I never got my hands on it, and so I got the 640.
I think I can get you one. I think we've got it on the list. I think I can still we can still order it. It's still on the list.
It probably ain't cheap either now. I mean, still, it probably ain't cheap.
I'll check Wednesday when I go back to work and let you know.
Cool deal. But I got the 640, and there's not much difference in the 640 and the 650. Just a couple of little upgrades, because the 640 I had on AT&T prepaid, so I used my Cricket SIM card in that phone. So I was like, well, I mean, looking at the 640 and 650, there wasn't really enough difference. And why is my iPhone seeing low battery when the charger's plugged in?
Uh-oh.
Tech Twan B said, "Can Windows 10 be on a tablet?" Yes, it can. A few days ago, a lady came in the store and activated a Lenovo tablet. It looked like a fantastic device, and it had Windows 10 on it. It had the built-in kickstand and everything, and it was, I think, maybe a 12-inch display, and we kind of played with it for a little while. It looked really good, and that was a Lenovo. She got it from Best Buy.
Yeah, I had the 650 for a while. I had the 640 for a while, the 635 for a while. So I love the dedicated camera key on them. That was really nice.
Yeah.
And those things, man, they had durability, man. Durability wise too. Those things were tough.
They were, and had a, they were plastic, removable battery and all that kind of stuff or whatever. The only thing that like I said I didn't like is whenever I put an SD card in there, and I'd have like I'd take pictures, take screenshots, take videos, and when I would take it out of the Windows phone to put it to an Android phone, back when I wanted to do like camera tests or whatever, there was so many, like 100 different files of empty files that you had to go through to find the actual file with your pictures and videos in it. It was just ridiculous.
Ian Taylor and Pittsburgh are asking about Apple products with Cricket. I think it's the first Apple Watch did not take a SIM card, and we cannot activate anything without a SIM card. If it takes a SIM card, yes, we can activate it. I've activated one watch and a bunch of different tablets. So if you've got an iPad, tablet, anything like that, as long as it will take a SIM card and it's GSM unlocked, you can bring it in and activate it with Cricket.
Damn, she sounds like she works there.
He asked, I answered.
Yeah, it sounded like you just answered the phone for us.
I know, right? Do you know how many times a day I say that?
Yeah,
right.
Mel Hustles had the same as me. He had 640 AT&T prepaid with a Cricket SIM. That's what I had. I bought the AT&T. I had Cricket back when Cricket actually worked where I live at now. Before AT&T took towers down, I had the 640, and then I had put my Cricket SIM card in there. And it worked great.
That's a good question. What toy do you get in the new Happy Meals? I don't know. I know. We got all these little Mario things. That's where I got all these toys from. I got all the Mario toys. So yeah, man.
Tech Twan wants to know about Windows 10 on his tablet. It just depends on what your tablet's running. If it's an Android operated tablet, you're not going to get Windows 10 on it. You're going to have to get a Windows tablet.
The Windows phone stopped selling because they pretty much stopped support on Windows phones. No more app development. There's nothing. There's no more support for Windows phone. That's why you don't see them around anymore.
Yeah, guys, keep commenting. Keep typing away. If you want to troll us, if you want to just hang out, say hi. Everybody type a 5 that's in here right now, because I want to see everybody that's in here. Shout everybody out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be. Samuel Carroll says, "Give me them toes, boy." Oh my God.
You must have jump started that service, John. You sound clear now, man. It sounds clear. I don't want to jinx it, but it sounds clear, man.
Oh, I put it in a real good spot. Little John's in his room right now. So
okay, good. Because you're a lot clearer now.
We got Xander Renton. We got Michael Berdoff. We got Rapture, Daniel Welch, Ian Taylor, Samuel Carroll. Go ahead if you want. Take a couple.
That's actually Michelle. You said Michael.
Oh, oops. Oopsie.
Oscar Federico Jr., Love Take 47, Jamie Slaughter, what's going on? Jay Candy, Tech Rant, Xander Renton, Take Twine B, Sunflowers Blooming Dark, Robert Allen, A. Montez, Ian Taylor, Pittsburgh fan, Michael Thomas.
Love Tech with the eyes. Great. Yeah, man, guys, don't be lurking, man. Type something, man. Let us know. Let us know, man.
I mean, there's 61 watching, and if you haven't subscribed to Lady Red's Tech Reviews or me, CB Tech, the guy in the car with the sunglasses on because the LED light's too bright for my eyes, and Magic Tech, of course. If you're a Magic Tech, pretty much you're already subscribed unless you just found the stream, and if not, subscribe anyhow.
Hate us all. We're the MTR family.
Yep, and just drop some. I don't know, man. If you want to tell us about something, tell us about your day. whatever, man. And then if you want to ask us a question, you can at Magic Tech Review or at Lady Red or at CV Tech. If you want a particular person to answer, man, just engage with us, man. That's what we're here for.
We are just kind of hanging out with y'all tonight. Yeah, we want to hear from you too.
It's nothing really special. I mean, we're just chilling back and trying to keep our phones charged and trying to find good service, which I seem to have pretty good service, but
they have a Windows store. You think they will restart production of their phone again? Probably not.
No.
Nah, I doubt it. I don't see Windows ever coming back again.
I wish they did, dude. I wish they did.
I do too. CV Tech looks like the Matrix and the sunglasses on. Yeah, I mean, these here are prescription. I can see as good with these on as I can my regular glasses. Just looks a bit. I mean, even they're like really blacked out. I can read signs from way down the road. I mean, they're really clear and they're really not that dark. They look dark, they're not that dark looking out. Oh my goodness, my iPhone's battery is dying. Like, I mean, it drained 10% in like 5 minutes, which is crazy. Not really sure what's going on.
Whenever I came off of the charger, I was at 33%, and that was like 25 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, and I'm just at 27.
Well, I'm not sure if when iOS 12 came out, they done something crappy to iOS 11, because my iPhone SE used to get excellent battery life. I could live stream for hours and hours until I have battery left. Now I was almost at a full charge, and I can't, and it was going dead. And so I mean, I'm on 11.4 still, so who knows? Apple's always doing some kind of baloney.
Galaxy Note 4. What do you think of the phone? Galaxy Note 4. What do you think, guys?
Never used one. I've never used a Note series phone.
Wow. Yeah, me neither, really. Actually, now that I think about it.
The cute new Palm phone. Are you talking about the Alcatel Tetra? I hope not.
No. The Palm. Actual.
What is?
You never heard of?
Yeah, I have not heard of this.
Never heard of the company Palm? It was back around in the late 2000s.
Oh, probably not. It does not sound familiar. I've noticed there's certain companies that sell bigger in different areas, like geographically speaking, and maybe they have like a target market and we're not included in it because we have phones that other places don't have and other places have phones that we don't have.
There must be a bug or something out there where Lady Red's outside, because I keep on hearing this bug sound in my ear.
Me too.
Really?
Yes.
They're so far away. Like, I'm outside, yeah. There's a few little locusts in the trees, but
it sounds like I'm
so far away.
On my ears, it sounds like it's right next to you.
Hang on, it's not. I'm across the parking lot. I don't know how to mute this thing without hanging up on it. I'm still getting the hang on my new headphones.
It ain't bothersome. It's just it's just like it's like they just it's like a constant.
And I don't want to go. I've got my dog with me. Yeah, I've got my dog with me, so I don't want to go sit in the hallway. And if I go upstairs, I'm going to lose the Wi-Fi, and it'll kick me off the chat. It's a disaster.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, it ain't bothersome. We can just hear it. I was like, it's got to be. I mean, that bug. He's talkative.
Yeah, there's just a few cicadas left. And we've had a lot of rain, so they're all out singing. And I hear a couple of crickets and maybe a grasshopper. But I've got my headphones on too.
He's probably giving his wife the good old good. You know what I'm
saying? TJ, the Palm Pre. I always kind of wanted the Palm Pre on Sprint back in the day, but I never got one.
CV Tech trial for American Idol. There you go.
I would be booed off stage. This boy here cannot carry a tune for squat. I'm telling you real. I can't carry a tune in a bucket. Some people says I've heard you before, and they're like you are really. I'm like, you must be tone deaf or something. Nah.
Your device or your wife? There you go. That's a good question. In the chat, do you choose your device or your wife?
My device, because I ain't got a wife.
Oh, dang.
I use my device. The only thing I have that's even close to Wi-Fi is my dog, and she doesn't care.
I'm as single as a dollar bill.
If you wake up in the morning and you have your wife laying next to you and you look at your device first, you are wrong.
No, Michael Thomas, you are not gonna hear me sing. It is not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen. I am so sorry, but that's something you will not hear. But yeah, I'm as single as a dollar bill, so yeah, I ain't gotta worry about it.
There you go. And then Cody saying, and you were right, Magic. The stylo is kind of blah. See?
The what is?
The LG Stylo 4.
Oh yeah, the Stylo 4 was
It's all right. I mean, it's cool. It's just not.
I mean, when I say it's the reason is because they had so long after the Stylo 3 to make the Stylo 4 a whole lot better than what it is. I mean, the Stylo 3 was out for a long time, had a long time to work on Stylo 4, and they made it like they made it. I mean, at least put a real freaking glass back on it, or if they want to make it look like glass or something. They need. I mean, seriously, I don't know.
I don't know. My nail girl, because I went today, got my nails done, and my nail girl, I met her. She's one of my customers, and she upgraded. She had the Note 4, and she got the Stylo 4. She is absolutely in love with it. She loves it. She said the power, the battery life on it is great. She said, the user interface, the user experience is good. She said, the only problem she has had with it keeps ejecting the SD card. Like, it's just not recognizing. I told her just to take it out and use cloud storage. But she loves it. She absolutely, and I've noticed a difference in her pictures that she's posted, like on Instagram and stuff, between her old phone and the new phone. There's a big difference.
Well, no, like I say, I'm not going to bash like a Stylo 4. Like, if I'm doing a review on one, even though I'm not crazy about it, the phone is decent. I mean, do I think it's worth the price they're selling them for? No, but I believe, I mean, because everybody has. I'm not an LG fan, and everybody knows that. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I mean, when I do any kind of review or whatever it may be, I'm not the biggest Stylo 4 fan. Is it a bad phone? No. Is it a great phone? Not in my opinion. But if that's what you like, then who is it for anybody else to say different? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just like Samsung, a lot of people, I do not enjoy the Samsung product whatsoever, but a lot of people love them, and it's because they're used to that, or it's different features. Samsung does the one thing, the easy home screen, where it puts everything on the home screen and it makes it bigger. People with vision problems seem to enjoy that feature. LG, you talk about the boring LG interface and how it never changes. That's actually kind of a good thing for a lot of people, because one thing, you don't want to have to get used to a new phone. If you're not, tech savvy or whatever, and you get a new phone and you're like, damn it, I have to learn how to use this one now. With LG, it's pretty much the same from one device to another. It doesn't change much, so it's familiar to it.
Yeah, the LG has the LG Home, the LG Home with App Drawer, or the LG Easy Home.
Right. And you have, that's customization options, and I like customization options. LG is not my favorite brand, but I don't hate them as much as nearly like I hate Samsung. LG is just, to me, kind of boring because of their lack of features more than anything.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. John Leisure, he trolled, and not trolled. He called out Cricket and Boost Mobile in the latest video. I'm just going to show you the first 10 seconds of my latest video. For those of you that have not watched it, watch it. You know what I'm saying, after the live stream. But this is what John Leisure had to say about Cricket and Boost. Here, let me show you.
Verizon or Cricket, you're paying too much and you're getting too much.
I had to drop the.
It was cutting out, man. We didn't see it. It was cutting out.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me show y'all one last time real quick. So hold on. Let me actually. Okay. So here you go.
You're on AT&T or Verizon or Cricket or Boost for that matter. You're doing it wrong. You're paying too much and you're getting too much.
So, let's He literally said that if you're.
I mean, how can they literally say that you are the missile drop on them? Cut out. I don't know why, but yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, Boost Mobile's cheaper than Cricket. They are. Boost Mobile cheaper than Cricket. I mean, I don't know why it said if you're Boo, you're paying too much. I mean, have they even checked their plans? Now Verizon,
I don't know.
Now Verizon prepaid
Go ahead.
unlimited. You're paying Verizon unlimited prepaid. You're paying way too freaking much. But yeah.
Yeah, before anybody from Metro, John Ledger, anybody else talks any kind of smack about Cricket or any other carrier, they need to expand their service because, you know, Metro service, their coverage area is not that great. It's better than Boost. It is better than Boost, but it still could be better. If they were to expand and cover just as much as Verizon or AT&T covers, then there would be some serious competition between the carriers. Then right now, Verizon and AT&T are bored with competing against each other. There is no real competition left.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, I mean, see, in your opinion, T-Mobile is better than Sprint coverage-wise, but in my opinion, Sprint's better than T-Mobile. That's why I tell everybody it depends on where you live. That service is gonna fluctuate where you live at. Like you're saying, T-Mobile is better than Sprint in your area, but in my area, Sprint overall is better than T-Mobile.
Right. It just depends on what you got.
Yep, exactly. And for him to come on there and say if you got Cricket, if you got Boost, and all these other, you're paying too much. But they're the same stinking price. And AT&T has got a lot better coverage than T-Mobile, and in a lot of places, Sprint and Boost Mobile outdoes T-Mobile, especially in rural areas. In rural areas, Sprint's going to stomp T-Mobile. I mean, I drove about 25 miles, different area night before we went live, and I was chatting with Magic Tech, and I was on a main highway, and I lost service 3 or 4 times with T-Mobile, and I mean that's kind of pathetic.
On a major highway, you would think you would be able to get a better signal. Whenever I look, I've got in my app, I've got a coverage map, and it shows where the towers are, and it shows where coverage is best. And I might get a little scratchy here for just a second because I've got to walk this dog. But on the highways, at least with AT&T coverage, it's a whole lot better than it is, you know, out away from the. I don't know, be better close in to the middle of the field. Most of the towers here are not on roads; they're way back off the roads.
You're cutting out bad now. You sound like a robot.
Hold on, let me cut this Wi-Fi off.
Tucci.
All right, how does that sound?
Better.
Okay, is that better now?
Yeah.
Okay, I cut the Wi-Fi off. My dog was about to drop a bomb right outside the apartment building. That's not good.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I mean, it just depends on where you're at. I mean, on main highways, I pretty much am steady with with Total Wireless, with AT&T when I'm on NetBuddy or whatever. Even Boost Mobile, I might lose LTE at times, but I still maintaining a great coverage. It might go into 3G for a few minutes and then go back into LTE. But T-Mobile, it can be. I had it up in the windshield map where it's at right now, seeing the signal bars the whole time, and it would go from like 3 bars to 1 bar to no service, and it would stay in no service for like a couple of miles, and then it go back into like 1 bar of LTE, and then no service for like a couple more miles. So I mean, honestly, in 2018, to be on a main highway and seeing that happen with T-Mobile, that's kind of sad.
Oh man, I don't even know why I'm gonna bring this up, but are you into at all, man? Like back in the day, old school rap or anything like that?
Back in the day, yes.
Okay. I cannot stand, okay, I don't even know why I'm bringing this up, but I cannot stand mumble rappers nowadays. I can't hear, I don't understand what they're saying at all. Like, it's just like, I got the AK. I can't understand what they're saying anymore. Like, back in the day, Biggie, Tupac, those are,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you had no trouble.
Oh,
you had no trouble understanding some Ice Cube.
Yeah, I mean, you had all. I mean, you had all those back in the early 2000s, the 90s. All of those, rappers that they were. Yeah, they were. I mean, you could understand what they was. What they was.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Rap is not like my number one go-to music or anything like that, but it's just like, man, it's just like nowadays, it's just like they're so, I don't know what, I guess they're on lean or they're high or like, I can't understand nothing. It's just like, it's just like, I can't understand them. It's not rap anymore. It's not lyrical. It's not like, it's not the rhymes and the words and they're not going together. I don't understand, dude. And they're getting famous and they're just like.
Yep. I mean, I don't listen to rap anymore, but back in the day, in the early 2000s, late 90s or whatever, I mean, it was Tupac, Notorious B.I.G. It was you had Busta Rhymes. You had all of those.
Even Busta Rhymes, and Busta Rhymes, as fast as he spoke, that dude could speak 1,000,000 miles a minute, and you could still understand, still clear and understand him.
I mean, like you said, he could rap 1,000,000 miles a minute, but you could understand every word he said.
Here's one for you, Too Short.
Yeah, I just can't. All right, I just wanted to bring that. I don't even know why I thought about that, but I just wanted to bring it up. But yeah, that's my thought there on the mumble rappers of nowadays. I can't stand them. I can't do it. But
now, back in the day, my choice of music was, of course, the 80s ballads. From the 80s. You had Boston, you had White Snake, you had all of those. You had Warrant, you had Def Leppard. All of those was basically what I jammed.
Do you know what happened to the main one? Go
ahead. Pittsburgh fan says, "Lady, why the new iPhone can't be on prepaid till Apple says so? Because Apple is the one that owns the phone and controls everything. And when you own an iPhone, Apple controls you too."
But what was you going to say, Lady Red, about the music a while ago? We're talking about the 80s.
Oh, that's what I'm rocking in the morning in Discord chat. Whenever I'm posting my morning tunes, I'm DJ Lady Red. That's what I'm rocking to a lot of times. And the stuff from the 70s. I mean, I listen to stuff now. I like Disturbed and Avenged Sevenfold, Five Finger Death Punch. I'm kind of a metalhead, but if I really want some feel good music, I'm gonna find me some Guns N' Roses, some Metallica, Warrant, Poison. And I might even go back a little further with some Led Zeppelin, the Doors.
Yep. Had Zeppelin. Yep. You had Zeppelin and you had Bon Jovi and
yep.
I mean all of those back in the 80s. I mean, that was like, it's Aerosmith. And a lot of those songs, if you was in a car driving, you had to really watch your speed limit because you would find yourself driving 100 mile an hour plus with some of those songs because they just have such it makes you want to drive fast if you're in a car. And if you're
White Snake, Radar Love. Yes. Yeah. And and I love British pop and British punk. I love it. There's one Roadrunner. I'll play that. It's on my morning playlist, and I love it. And it makes me I cannot listen to that in my car, or I'm gonna see blue lights.
Yeah, I mean, you had all those back in the day. I mean, I don't really listen to it anymore. But like I said, back in the day, oh my goodness, that was like, if you wanted to like cruise with the windows down, driving, and you throw some Boston on. Boston was. I like Boston. I was a big fan of Boston, Def Leppard. Whenever you heard their music, you know it was them, especially Boston with that guitar. I don't know. I loved it.
Yeah. Actually, it's weird because going to Iraq and fighting over there and everything kind of took my love away from music. It's weird that I don't even know what it is. I used to love music. Man. I used to love to listen to music, but ever since I went over to Iraq and I would listen to like when I was on the helicopter, I was fighting over there. I used to listen to "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor."
Yep.
I don't think that was a good.
That's it.
I don't know what it was. You were so scared. Like I was like literally, I was scared out of my mind. You know what I'm saying? That I was gonna get killed and I was gonna get shot or whatever like that, and I wouldn't be able to come back to my family. That I was listening to that craziness. You know what I'm saying? I guess just to get even more crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had one ear. You know what I'm saying? I have a little headset thing running through my thing. I'd have my my M16 going or whatever, and we'd be kicking down doors and or in the helicopter, and I'd be on the on the gun mount, and the RPGs flying. I'd literally have "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor" playing over and over in my ear, and because I guess that was like my way of, well, if an RPG or a missile fire hits this helicopter, we go down. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing I'm gonna hear.
Yeah, and with that song, it's like you just like you said, run out, kick doors down. It's like it's made you crazy or whatever you want to say. Made you kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I had it a while ago when you was talking.
It brings like your animal or your wild side out. Like it brings you
For me, when I get mad, I want to hear Limp Bizkit break shit. I just want to blare. I'll put my headphones on and just blast it, and
man,
that's it right there.
Now back in the late '90s, early 2000s, Limp Bizkit was my group.
I love me some Limp Bizkit. I do.
Man, I had every album, like in the early 2000s and late '90s that they had. Oh my goodness.
I had all of the Nirvana albums. I was one of those. I was like one of the grunge kids with the combat boots and the flannel and the holes in the pants. That was me.
But I guess I just ruined it for myself because now I can't listen to, like I used to listen to Avenged Sevenfold, and all that stuff. Like I literally like, what is that? 5 minutes from the edge. I'm about to jump. I'm about to break. You know what I'm saying? That song, whatever. I used to listen to that. I used to listen to all that stuff, but now I can't listen to it because it reminds me of being in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of being, and this shit's just it's too much. You know what I'm saying? I go into a different place, and you know what I'm saying? I'm good.
Hey, Michael Thomas, "We Are the Youth of the Nation" was not Alien Ant Farm, and that was POD.
Yeah.
That was POD.
But yeah, not techno. What's that stuff? Trance. I like trance music. Trance is kind of cool. I don't know about y'all, but I like trance.
Downtown Julie Brown on MTV. I remember Downtown Julie Brown on MTV. And when I moved here, because y'all, if y'all can't tell, I am a country girl. I am not used to living in town, and I am living downtown now. And I said that the day I moved in, I am downtown Lady Red now. And that's how I felt. Very Mary Tyler Moore, very downtown Julie Brown when I moved downtown to this apartment.
But country though, country just. I mean, you know that country. I mean, right now where I'm at, I am in the country part of. I mean, the things you seeing around here, I'm seeing around. I mean, this is country at its finest.
Right. I mean, y'all saw, if y'all haven't seen my driving video, that is like 45 minutes or so from my house. And I do not live in a big city at all, okay? I can see our courthouse. The bell y'all keep hearing is the bell from the courthouse. And our downtown has the cute little street lights and, it's the different color storefronts. And it's your all-American downtown. People coming from big cities think it's cute. I'm sick of it. I miss the beach. When I lived in Alabama, I lived in the Gulf Shores area, right on the coast. I was 20 minutes from the beach in a big swamp called Skunk Bayou. That is country. I used to watch armadillos play in my front yard, and we had to keep an eye out for the gators whenever the swamp would flood.
Watch out for gators.
I feel like Mill Hustles is missing out on this live chat.
I do
because we're talking about everything. WWF right now. People bringing up. I know he's a big wrestling fan, so he'd be able to tell you everything about that.
It'd be like, hey y'all, watch out for that gator over there.
Yeah, that's it exactly. I used to have to walk, okay, because my car's tore up, and I lived a mile off the main road down a dirt road in the middle of a swamp. And I was riding to work. I worked night shift in a condo at the beach, and I rode to work with another girl. She worked in another building, because there's one of us in each building. And I had to walk because she wouldn't come down my road because it was so muddy. And when I say dirt, I mean dirt, not gravel. It was dirt, and it would flood, and you couldn't, it was hard enough to walk down. And she wouldn't drive down it at night because it was so dark. We did not have street lights, you know. And I had to walk from my house all the way up to the main road. It's a mile. And the only thing I had for a flashlight was my phone. I had like some crappy little LG then. And there was one night I had a coyote stalk me because I could hear it. And when you've lived in the country long enough, you know what animal sounds like what. And there was a coyote that stalked me about half the road. And as soon as I came out, because like the road went through the woods, and then it came out like when you got up close to the main road, it would, you know, kind of open up. And there was a couple of houses there, and that's where he left me, thank goodness. But he was just following me. And I have had wild hogs within 10 feet of me, like, well, just watching me, because a piglet ran out in front of me, and I heard him hit the woods, and him and his mama both take off running because there was a whole lot of crashing going on. And one morning I was walking home because when it was real muddy, I had to walk, you know, from all the way back to my house, and there were gator tracks going from one side of the road to the other. There was always snakes, hogs, gators. We could hear the hogs in the woods. You know, that was just part of life, and it didn't bother me. People would move in back there, and they would be so scared because of the animals. And I'm like, the animals ain't what you got to worry about. It's all these damn tweakers.
Yeah.
MTV hasn't been good since the original Real World.
I'm in an area right now where I used to go mudding a lot. I used to go. Well, I had my 4-wheel drive. I'm in because I'm in a whole different county now from where I live. I'm in a different county. So I got a long ways to drive. Whenever I get off this here later on. I want to sit out there. Yeah, some good Carolina barbecue. Absolutely, some of the best around. Everybody says. But yeah, I'm in a county right now where I used to go mud bogging with a bunch of buddies of mine down here. And it was just, oh my, it's just a lot of people don't know what they're missing. They just don't know what they're missing. It's good stuff. I mean, the mud bogging days and just hanging out on tailgates, bonfires, camping out in the woods. I mean, just, and I mean,
isn't there an app for that nowadays?
Huh?
Isn't there an app for that nowadays?
Yeah, apparently. But I mean, back in the day, all of us with our muddy 4-wheel drives, you know, tailgates down, bonfires are going. I mean, it was just, you know, we didn't give a crap. I mean, we had our shotguns in the back. You know, I mean, shoot. I mean, we didn't give a crap. I mean, it was just whatever. I mean, yeah, NC represent. Absolutely. I mean, it's just, around here, just don't give crap.
That's how it was whenever I was growing up. It wasn't nothing for the guys to come to school with, you know, 30-30 hanging up in the back windshield. And, you know, I had mud on my tires. I had a 4-wheel drive Toyota. Mine stayed muddy. I would park in a mud hole at school just so I could tear the mud up getting out of it. And it wasn't a big deal. Nobody got shot. And then that Columbine shooting was the first one. And after that, it's just been like everybody thinks that, you know, because somebody hurt their feelings and somebody was mean to them, they're going to go shoot up the whole school and kill everybody. You know, what are kids doing to each other nowadays is my question. Where do they get this from?
It's
a lot
crazy.
of people say video games.
It could be. It could be. I don't know, but there's got to be something done at home and in society, or it's not going to change.
Yeah, it's just you know, they say a lot of it. You know, a lot of it's bullying, stuff like that. I mean, when I grew up, bullying was around. I mean, I was in school in the 80s and the 90s. I was bullied like crazy in school, but I mean, we just took it and we moved on with our lives. We didn't let it bother us none. I was smacked on here and there. I mean, I was knocked down here and there, and I was bullied and caught all kinds of stuff, whatever. But whenever out of school, I went home. I was a it was gone. It was like, who cared that I got picked on in school when I was in school? I went home. I played outside until the street lights came on, or even later,
Mhm.
and then the next day I done it all over again. We didn't give a crap. I mean, you
Yeah.
got bullied. I mean, and the older you got, if you was a couple boys and I mean, and y'all got in an argument, you got in a beef, throw some punches. 5 minutes later, you might have got sent home from school. 5 minutes later, you was laughing and cutting up friends again. Them days are gone.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
th-
I was bullied in school. I had red hair and I developed before all the rest of the girls did. So I got called lots of names, ostracized. I had no real friends, just a couple of friends, and we were all on the fringe anyway. And people would pick on me. I learned how to fight. It's like you said. You just duke it out in the locker room, and it's over with, and it's done with. You win one, you lose one. It didn't matter. You didn't go home and get your daddy's gun and shoot up the school over it. You just learned how to fight, and you toughened up.
Exactly.
I think it's because of the social medias that people are not able to escape anymore. They're not able to just go home and get away from it and just be with their parents and be with their family, have fun. You know what I'm saying? They're getting bullied at school, and then then they got to go home, and then they got to listen to it, and they got to what I'm saying, they got to see it online, and possibly get bullied there, and have all these groups and chats, and conspire, and just, I don't know. I think it just makes it dwell inside. I don't think people are going to any institutions anymore. They're not, not to get religious or anything like that, but people don't go to church. They don't have the upbringing like they used to. Uh, you know, Kids are getting raised by their phones instead of by their parents. You know what I'm saying? Their parents are not telling them, hey, don't do this, hey, don't do that. So their phones are telling them when to go to sleep, when to wake up. So I
Yeah,
think that's what it
exactly.
is.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, whenever we was kids, we had no social media. We had none of that. We had none of that garbage. So, like I said, like you said, nowadays they get bullied in school. It's all over the media. It's all over everywhere about all this stuff, and it's like, they go home, they get on social media, they get bullied there. It's like and you're right. Where are the parents? Where are the parents?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your kid, is bullying somebody at school. It's like, oh, we're gonna take your phone away from you. Go over, stand in a corner for 5 minutes, and it'll all be okay. We'll give you a cookie afterwards. It'll be all right. Instead of wearing their hind ends out like we got whenever we was kids.
Yeah, I
And
mean, the parents now, part of the problem too is it is so expensive to live and support a family. The parents are at work. The ones that are not home stoned or drunk are at work, and they're having the phones are raising the kids because the parents are working 2 and 3 jobs just to buy groceries and keep the lights turned on. And
Mhm.
I mean, you know, that there's got to be something different happen everywhere, or it's nothing is going to change, and it's not just one thing that has to. Everything needs to change.
Yeah, it does. They need to bring discipline back, real discipline. They need to bring
That ain't coming back, bro. Come on now.
well, according to this politically correct stage that we're in of snowflakes, it's not no, it's not going to happen. Um, and this is where I get real. I don't care who likes or don't like it. But we all three grew up in a whole different era than what we are in now. This is 2018 is a complete 180 from what from what it was 20 years ago.
Hmm.
Things are so much different now than it was back in the 80s, back in the 90s, where it was like things were. You went to school, you got bullied, you came home, you didn't worry about it. You went back to school, you might got to a little bit of a beef with somebody, you might through some fists, you might got sent home from school. That was the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
You was respectful to your elders. You was respectful towards people. You didn't. Nowadays, it's like there's people right now that I know that the kids run the house, And the parents is like, whatever you say. And I'm like, you gonna ruin,
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine some of these kids like that are turned into the memes? You know how horrible they must feel. Like the whole internet, like it gets millions and millions and millions of hits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they get millions of hits, but these kids are not making anything, and they're literally the laughing stock of the internet, dude. How would that? Man, that would make me feel so shitty, dude. You know, especially if I'm a young, impressionable kid. You know.
No, I was reading comments. Sorry about that, man.
Oh. No, I'm saying a young impressionable kid, man. They're getting like made fun of and memes on the internet, and they got all types of, you know what I'm saying, stuff on Instagram, and and man, that's just like.
I mean, maybe. I mean, everybody might think different about what I'm fixing to say, but I think that no kid should be exposed to any kind of social media until they get well enough in age to where they can actually handle it.
Yes,
that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I mean,
yeah, because a lot, take the stuff to heart. They think it's real.
I agree, but the parents are the ones setting up. Facebook. I think you're supposed to be like 13 or something. Parents are setting up Facebooks for 10-year-olds and putting in different ages. Instagram, same thing, and they don't watch what their kids are doing. I was in my Facebook page doing a live on some tarot stuff, and I was talking about the cards in the deck that represent some sort of relationship. The differences between the built to last, the cards that represent relationships that are built to last, and relationships that are just fun for a few days, or like a real hot one night stand or something. And my ex-boyfriend's niece comes in the chat during this, and her mother was there too. So they were in the same house on two different devices, both of them in my chat, which was labeled as an adults only chat. And she didn't even tell her to get off or nothing. She was there the whole time going, hi, hi, hi. And I'm like, Augusta, Lisa, get her off here, and because the 10-year-old doesn't have any business at all hearing about what card represents a hot one night stand. That's just wrong. But parents aren't paying attention, even when they're in the same house and probably sitting on the same couch. They're not paying attention.
Okay, now I know that there's a few comments in here saying that everybody thinks that their generation is the best generation and all, everything changes or whatever. But how many in this chat and here as well can sit here and say that this is probably one of the worst generations?
I mean, there's 13. There's little girls, man. It's working, dude.
I mean, there's
online. It's sick, dude. And they're doing it for attention, and they're doing it for likes, and they got these groups called like or nah, smash or pass, and all this, and they'll throw a little girl up. They're 13, 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? And they're looking for approval. Like, yeah, I'll smash that, or I'll pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has to hurt a girl's or a woman's ego, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or even a guy. Like, you didn't have that shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You asked your crush out, you asked your girlfriend out, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And if she said no, then she said no. If she said yeah, then hey, lucky you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's so sad, man, that these kids have to go through that shit nowadays.
I know if somebody walked with you in the hallway or carried your books for you between classes, that was a big deal. And now it's all about how many and whose post did you like and what did you comment. And if you want to get to know someone, what do? You don't write them a letter. You don't have a verbal conversation with them. You send them your social media links and say, if you want to get to know me, go here. No, whatever happened to personal communication.
Yeah, and Ian Taylor here is saying that our generation made it like it is today. Oh, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we did not.
If I wrote a dirty letter to my boyfriend, it was talking about, I want to make out with you in the under the stairs between classes or something. Let's skip class or something. That was dirty right there, And now I've seen some stuff because I mean I have a son that is 20, and when he was 15, I will never ever ever go through his phone again. I decided that then because there are parts of my son that have grown since the last time I saw them when I was changing his diaper and bathing him as a small child, and that was in his phone at 15, and I didn't even know what to say, how to fuss it. I felt blinded by it. I was like, oh my god, is this real? And he was 15 and the girl he was sending it to was 14. And I mean, it blew my mind. So I went to take him to buy condoms. And I thought, okay, well, if he's going to do this, I do not want grandchildren. And y'all, this is hilarious. And I've got to tell the story. So I take him to Walmart because he decided, well, first I take him to the health department, get what we call a brown bag special. And a week or two goes by and he says, I need to get some more. I said, have you already, because there was 100 of them. So I said, have you already gone through all those? He's like, I don't have, but it's just a couple left. I said, what did you do with them? And he's like, well, I gave some to my friends. I said, they're not for your friends. I don't care if your friends make babies. And he said, well, they don't fit. I said, excuse me? He said, they don't fit. I said, why don't they fit? He said, they're too tight, they hurt. I said, okay. He said, Donovan said that I need to go get the magnums. I said, oh my God. And so we go to Walmart and I take him to the condom display and it's got the KY and all the other, stuff there. And there's these two old ladies that walk up and he's trying to pick out the right ones for him. And these two old ladies come up and they are digging, comparing this KY to that KY. And he gets so embarrassed. He just reaches out and grabs a box and we go to the cash register. Cashier gives us a funny look. I maintain a straight face because I'm just thinking this is hilarious. He pays for them. We go to the car. I'm sitting in the car. He's in the back seat. And he's like, what is this? And I'm like, condoms? And he says, what glow in the dark vibrating cock ring? What is this? And he had gotten so bent out of shape, he bought Lifestyle's glow in the dark vibrating cock rings, battery not included. So yeah, that was our when he was 15, and it was either that or have grandchildren. And we had a pregnancy scare shortly after that, so we went back and got more condoms. Thankfully, I'm still not a grandmother because, hey, I'm not a grandmother. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. So it's just. What happened to Magic Tech? Where did he go?
I don't know. He's just like silent. I don't even hear Little John.
He may have had to mute and walk away for a little bit. So I guess
I'm fixing to have to walk away for a minute and go back upstairs and plug this thing in. So we may be wrapping it up soon. I don't know. I'm going to have to wrap it up in a minute.
Yeah, my iPhone's at 9%. It keeps on dropping. I mean, even plugged into the charger, he's on dropping.
Well, I'm at 17. I've been out here for almost an hour now, and it's gone from 33 to 17. I got the Supra though, and I have my own personal method of maximization and optimization and all that good stuff. But I've been up since 7 o'clock this morning. I got up about 7, and I've been going with it all day, and I've only plugged it in, gave it a little boost for about 30 minutes. So it's done really good. I get a good 14 hours every day, no matter what.
14 hours of
battery, and I am.
Oh, battery.
Yeah.
I was thinking sleep.
I wish. Yeah, I just got the battery alert, some kind of alert. I don't know what that was.
Magic Tech left for him. He must have having some bad connection or something.
Oh.
But
okay.
But yeah, I mean, my iPhone, it's never done this before. I mean, I got it plugged into the same car charger, and the same cord, and it's actually charging but dropping battery. It's never done it before. Usually by now, it would be at 100% right now with this charger plugged in. But for some reason, I'm not sure if it's just trying to pull the network stronger, or what it's doing and causing it. Because if I had NetBuddy here on Wi-Fi, I would probably see my battery increasing. But since it's probably struggling on T-Mobile LTE, that's why it's dropping in battery.
Yeah, it may, because if it's searching for that signal, then it's definitely using some power.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry about that,
There you
guys.
are.
I got cut off. Hey, all right. So I got one last comment to make about the whole condom thing and about this generation. Okay, this generation is so bad off that they're not even putting the condoms where they need to go. They're sniffing them up their nose, guys. Okay, so
Preach it. Preach it.
Go for it, man. Keep on with it, man. Keep running.
Let's go. Come on.
That horse. Keep on, man.
nah, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, if you don't even know where to put the condom at, you got to sniff that thing up your nose to get views on the internet. Then we've done something terribly wrong.
Now we've got some guys in here that are younger, so I'm just going to tell y'all now: get yourself a banana or a cucumber or something, and practice putting that sucker on and know how to use it. All right, you better pinch that tip. You better pinch that tip, or you're going to blow right on through it, and you're going to have a baby or you're something.
Yeah, don't put it up your nose. It goes down down yonder, like CV Tech would say.
Yeah.
Not up your nose, guys.
And yeah. Don't be snorting the condoms. Don't be eating Tide Pods. And I mean that's where this generation is at right now. Snorting condoms and eating Tide Pods. I mean, that's pretty messed up.
I mean, I thought I did do the cinnamon challenge though, y'all. I really did do that, but I ain't about to eat no Tide Pod. The cinnamon challenge. Cinnamon is meant to be eaten. Laundry soap is meant to wash your clothes. You don't eat that. What is wrong?
Yeah, I mean, come on. People wonder about getting sick and getting seriously ill. Well, duh. Just don't freaking eat it. Oh my god! I mean, that right there is what I'm saying about this time is like, it's like it's cool to have these Tide Pod challenges and be able to. I mean, come on now. I mean, have more sense than that.
I know. I mean, who thought this up? Who was the first one that looked at a Tide Pod in their mama's pantry and said, "This is a good snack"?
Oh goodness. I mean, it makes no sense. I mean, and people are, and they've done that for how long? I mean, it's just nobody do that. Nobody do that kind of stuff. I mean, and honestly, it's pretty bad that they got to label this stuff now. Do not eat. And
I know. I mean. And you get, like, what was it? David Letterman used to do the dumb labels or whatever, the top 10 on it, on his little top 10 thing he did. And one of them was a hair dryer. I remember this. It was a hair dryer. And it was like, do not use in the shower.
Yeah. And
like,
and then and coffee cup saying caution hot. I mean, you buy a cup of hot coffee and it says, and because somebody at McDonald's ordered a coffee, it spilled on her, it burned her, and she sued them, and I think ever since then they had on their caution hot. I mean, you get a cup of hot coffee, guess what? It's going to be hot. Don't spill it on yourself.
Mm-hmm. And then they actually got burnt by a pickle, so that's why it says hot on the cheeseburger wrappers or whatever.
I mean, what do they think? What do people think when they order hot food? That you have to cook meat with heat in order to, make it safe for human consumption.
Yeah. I mean, it's like cigarette smokers. I mean, it says plainly on the packaging, warning. And then when they get cancer from it, they want to sue the companies because they got cancer from it. Whenever it's plainly warned, this can cause cancer.
Don't judge me. I licked one of those pods.
Why? Sean White, why? Why would you even lick one? It's laundry soap. Just because it's colorful doesn't mean eat it.
I think when I was real little, there was some kind of like in the house, there was some kind of stuff that you put in the window, and it was, I guess, to make things smell better. I'm not sure what it was, but I got a hold of that stuff one time, and I tasted that stuff. That cured me from eating stuff or whatever that I didn't know what it was.
Pittsburgh fan, lady, can you do a stay in the Cricket store for 24 hours challenge? I do not own the store. My boss would have a serious issue with it. I am certain of that. And other than that, I have a life outside of cricket. I don't want to stay there. I'm there 9 hours a day. I'm there about 50 hours every week. That's plenty.
Yes. Jeremiah says, CV Tech, the smart one here is waiting for the right one. LOL.
Hey, I want one. I want one that puts the condom up their nose. I want one of those. They must.
Yeah, Burned by pickles. Wow. Yeah, I mean it's crazy that you got to have this stuff labeled now. I mean,
why would you eat Febreze? It's air freshener. You want mouth freshener? You get you some dentine gum.
Get you some Tic Tacs or something. Or
yeah.
All right, guys, are we good? It's 2:00 in the morning. Y'all want to keep going? I don't care.
I'm good. I've got to go in and plug in.
Yeah,
I've got to charge this thing up.
My battery keeps dropping even on charge, so it's going to go dead eventually.
All right, it's 2 in the morning, guys. I love y'all. We still have 50 people up in this piece listening to us talk about
everything.
Everything. And we love y'all for that.
It went from tech to this to that to 18 plus to generations and music and everything else. So yeah.
Yes, just remember, guys, if you have a wife.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sean White says, Sean White was just curious. Okay. How was it, Sean White? You said you licked it, so how was it, man? Oh, your tongue started burning. I'm sure, man. All right, go ahead, Magic Tech.
All right, yeah, just I'm gonna leave y'all with the one message. If y'all have a wife that has a hankering, put her against the window and give her a good pounding for Magic Tech. Give her one for me. Don't leave her hanging.
Or you will not have a wife.
Yeah.
Or husband.
Put
whatever,
your game control. If your wife comes at you with the X and the O and the square and painted up in various areas, put the controller down and push the other buttons.
Or or like you said, with the wet hair, or the little boy shorts, or the little shirts, and little the little string. What is it? Little string tank tops with little boy shorts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, real grown up women don't wear all the other stuff they see on TV. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah. I was engaged, so I pretty much know about that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, John, take us out.
Yeah, please.
Bye, guys.